Hello dear lovelies. Today this video is going to be talking about my 1-year anniversary sale. It's going to be talking about tonight's, let me just go ahead and say it, get to the point in case you don't want to hear my chit chat. My 1-year anniversary sale will be Saturday, April 16th, starting at 7 p.m. I hope you all will come. So, also I want to say tonight's sale that normally starts at 7:30 p.m. or 8 p.m. is going to start at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. tonight on Saturday. That is our fun clothing sale. And as I go into my chit chat, I'll go into more of why I'm starting at 6 p.m. tonight. But I wanted you to be aware. I hope everybody that normally comes sees this, and I hope you get the notification. I'm in my car, just come back from the post office. I had a late package to go out because, I send out after payment's made. I hadn't even got out of my car. Matter of fact, I laid my seat back and I went to sleep. I am totally sure now I'm in a full-on fibro flare. And many of you probably have experience with fibromyalgia, and I'm so sorry if you do. Many people are still under the impression that fibromyalgia is something the doctors label you with when they can't figure out what's wrong with you, and it's just not a real thing. But it is a very real thing, and there is so much more to be learned about fibromyalgia, and currently there are studies all over the world going on for this. It affects every system in your body, and I guess it's been 4 to 5 years ago now. I was stuck in a chair for almost 2 years while my husband was completely blind, while trying to raise children, and it was really, really bad. And I tried many medications, went through many doctors who made me feel like I was crazy. I felt like I was dying. I was tested for everything, every specialist. I just knew I was going to be leaving this world and made preparations for it. It was not only hard on me, but my husband, everybody around me that cared about me, my children. I could not work. I had to give up my cleaning business that I'd had for years. And it was just terribly hard financial times for us, as my husband had lost his job, health insurance, everything. Just going in the hospital can see, and coming out you can't see anymore. So that had happened. Many things, y'all. I think it was a huge buildup of stress on me, and that's what triggered me to go into this mode that aged me by 40 years. So anyway, fast forward, 4 or 5 years, and it's how this channel came about, because I could not clean houses anymore. Early on in my earlier life, I was in healthcare for about 13 years. Adults with mental illness is what I, kind of worked in. And changes in life brought about, I was really burnt out from that, and I had pretty much exhausted all positions that could be had in assisted living setting. So I did the cleaning for myself, and that went great, but it got to the point physically I couldn't go any longer. And that's how this channel resulted, needing to have a way to support and help support my family without all the great physical demands, which it's still a lot of physical demands, but I'm able to do it so much better than any other 9-to-5 position, or just this real tight schedule, or just being on my feet, or physically demanding job. But tried many medications, got on a medication that allowed me to participate in society again, basically, and to get back to some normalcy. I suffer with poor memory, so I really have to discipline myself, make lists, and really to keep up with several people who have purchased with several different orders and several different prices, and calculating of shipping, and you name it, my budget, my income, what percentage of that's going back into inventory to purchase, and so on and so forth, and the dates, and being on with somebody else on their channel, and all these things. My husband helps me quite a bit. He lays out my medicine for me every morning, because by the time the afternoon rolls around, I can't remember what I've taken or if I took it, and my memory is not that great. That, and I do have pretty bad osteoarthritis in my lower back, in my wrist, in my hands, in my feet and toes, and I believe coming about in my neck. Now, part of that's hereditary, and I started to say generic, in my genes, but a lot of it has to do with the cleaning that I did for many years. So anyway, I'm having a flare-up. So most of the time it's maintained, and I'm, fairly normal, operating and being myself. When I have the flare-up, my memory is even more poorly, and I'll experience hair loss, and you can say I have my clothes inside out. That is because these seams will hurt my skin right here. So when I'm at home and I don't have to go out, my clothes, even down to my underwear, are inside out, because this right here will hurt my skin. Another thing I've noticed over the past week or so is I don't lay down to take a nap, but I'm falling asleep, and very hard to get woke up in the mornings. Like when I got back from the post office, I laid my seat back and I would just feel myself falling asleep. So very drowsy. And that's part of the reason why I want to start at 6 p.m. tonight, so I can get in bed at a decent time, because my body needs so much rest. Even though I'm not exerting so much energy, I need more rest. And two, where it comes in a little bit difficult, even in my sales, my live shows, is you think about this repetitive motion of showing jewelry. Sorry about motorcycles are out, spring. And my mom sent me a picture of her little granddoggy. My half-sister Ashley in Maine has a new Chihuahua, and it's adorable. I can't even remember its name, but she took her first ride on her 2015 Softail Harley. So I know she had a ball with that. Now, motorcycles, that's how I got off on it. But anyway, yeah, that lifting a necklace or lifting a piece of jewelry over and over and over can feel like I've got 10-pound weights attached to my arms, and I'm going up and down with it. Clothing, that's why many times I stay seated in my chair, roll back and forth, and I got my heat bags on my back. Is it just the weight of something is 10 times what it is? It's strange, and I lose energy and muscle strength, and even my bones will hurt. And it's, to eat, my appetite will go away, and just the energy to chew is sometimes too much energy. It requires more than I have to eat. So soup's real easy, ice cream or something. And my eyelids, will feel so heavy that you need, like in the cartoons, toothpicks to prop them up. Because just to hold my eyes open and my head up and sit up requires too much energy. So I just was going to share a little bit about, you might have known the extent of which my fibromyalgia will go if it is flaring up. How to get it back under control. Sometimes it has to run its course. That's another thing with me. Many times people have a flare-up that lasts a day, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks. Mine tends to cycle through 3 or 4 months of it. And then it'll take me 3 or 4 months to get back to my normal self and my abilities to do what I can do. So let's hope this one doesn't last that long. But it's just something, I thought I would share in case I seem a little off, a little different. It most definitely brings depression with it and a down mood, which I am on depression medicine, but that's mainly for my hormone changes with menopause. But hopefully that depression medicine will keep me steady, in my mental health and mood. And so if I seem a little down or whatever, it's just, it's a lot of energy to do, that. And if I'm not as bubbly, please know why. I am just something I'm used to going through. So yeah, I mean, some of you will probably understand what I'm saying, maybe some not. And that's okay. I just thought I'd share it if anybody listened to this. But, and I know many of you go through, we all do. We all have our issues. Nobody's got a perfect life, do they? I mean, you can look at Hollywood and celebrities and extremely wealthy people. It's a different world. They exist in a different world than we do. And if you're like me, you're a middle-class American. And, well, there is lower and upper middle class. Middle class is kind of going away. And I'm not getting into politics. It's a very divisive subject. I steer clear of it. But I am open-minded to hear anybody's beliefs and thoughts the same way as I am with religion. I'm able to be open-minded and hear the way people believe and what they think and their experiences. And so much of that is based on how they were raised, So anyway, how did I get off on all that? Y'all, my yard is already ready to be mowed. We're going to talk to Jake, my middle child. Jake will be 19 this year, about, paying him monthly to do it. And I love to mow and weed eat, but it's a little much for me getting to be. Like I said, I'm not a normal 40-some-year-old. I've never been 60, but I would guess I am. And a lot of people told me I'm an old soul anyway. Inside, I'm, advanced in years somehow inside. I don't really know how to explain it. I have a lot of older friends. It seems like I get along better, relate better with those who are well on in their age than I do people my own age or younger. But anyway, let's see. I was getting ready to tell y'all something. I forgot what it was. But yeah, they exist in a different world. And like I was going to say, there is another world that exists, and that is poverty. It's true poverty. A world that we do not know. I mean, we may have come from poverty, and we may feel like we're in poverty now, some of us. But true poverty, not having a roof over your head, I watched the YouTube channel Soft White Underbelly, and it because it expands my mind, it broadens my perspective to appreciate what I do have, the life experience I have to live compared to another's. Because so many people, y'all, the things they endure and go through, they're existing in another world, one that I do not know of, I'm ignorant of, and I like to hear their perspective and what they're going through and what they experience. And I'm talking about from the drug addicted to, those who have lived lives in prison, those that have went through, I don't want to be too graphic, but child molestation. And it's very, I don't want to say rated R, but it's very in your face. It's very raw. And it is about people, human beings. And, they interviewed one man who was the executioner. And he did, I don't know how many executions, imagine. So war veterans, hackers, everything. And I just enjoy that. Not that I enjoy it, but I am curious. I probably, I worked in mental health, psychology, psychiatry for so many years and worked with the doctors and, was just so intrigued with that and about humans, how they work, how they behave, how they think, and why. And I'm just a deep thinker in that way. I can't figure myself out, though. Absolutely can't figure myself out. Especially now going through menopause, it's like I'm a different woman, and I'm trying to get to know this person. And the big challenge is I'm trying to learn how to appreciate this person, love this person, be forgiving, gracious, kind, tender, sweet, understanding, patient, and appreciate this human being, which is me. And I even had a friend the other day say, as sweet as you are to all other people, I don't understand how it is that you're not sweet to yourself like that. I said, that's one of my challenges. It's one of my part of my journey right now. And I think a lot of things stem and come from human being not accepting themselves. To be accepted, it's much needed and required. Everybody's looking for it and hungry for it. Even you, even me. And to be accepted. To start with, we have to accept ourselves, So anyway, y'all, this wasn't so much business related. I just thought I'd open up and share a little bit about me. That's one of the struggles that I go through. And just so you'd know, nothing's wrong. It's just this fibromyalgia and a whole plethora of symptoms and challenges come with it for me. And let me say again, in case you don't know, I appreciate you. I adore you. You're each so different. I enjoy learning you, your personalities. I know so many of you's clothing size. And I'm having a ball with this job. I really am. And I hope it's in my cards that it continues on. I really do. Life's going to run whatever course it's meant to run for me. But I am hoping that this I get to do for a long time, And I just thank you so much for being a part of my channel. And I'm thankful to whom I need to be thankful for you crossing my path. And I think I have many more people that will cross my path, and I can enjoy getting to know them too. But I do appreciate you. I do love you, and I thank you for your business, for your relationship outside of business, for your support, and all of that good stuff. Thank you. And so tonight we'll be starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. And if you listened all the way through, would you just say, what could we say? I'd like to know who listened all the way through, if that's all right. Is that normal? I don't know. I'd just like to know. So let's say, how about, I can't even think straight, y'all. How about fibromyalgia is real? You could say fibro for short. Fibro is real. And I just ask you to say that so I'll know that you listened all the way through, because this is probably my longest video uploaded, 18 minutes. Even if you don't believe it is, just to let me know you listened all the way through. Mwah. Thank you for doing that. Hope I didn't bring y'all down, but I hope that if you were interested or wanted to, it gave you a little more of an inside glimpse into me and my life. And feel free to share your struggles, things you've been through, anything you want to say in the feedback section. It's getting sometimes a little harder to respond to every single comment, but if you see a thumbs up on it and a heart, that means I read it. Okay, and thank you for your time. I love y'all. I hope to see you tonight. Don't forget the thumbs up.